other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. And Tate's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 yards there and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. A carry for the big fullback. This is Derek Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
A first down carry here for Johnson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Detroit!
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, 79 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's Rosen to throw, dumping it off for Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. From midfield now, here's Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
On second down, Rosen. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. And Lambo will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
We're rolling, we're rolling. That one's got 4 down. Set, 180. White 7. Back 52, let's go.
On first down, Abdullah. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
White 7. Set, 180. Zero. 57 to Mike. 57. 11.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for a Lions first. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Set, 280. Big 20, big 20. 4 down, track 53.
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey. Set, you got a lady. You got a lady. Track 53. Track 53.
Back to the ground now. Here's Abdullah. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
All right, boys, here we go. Hey, tax 50 left.
Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
4 down, check. Set, got a 20. Key at 33, key at 33.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Give me radar. Set. 180. Check. Crunch.
Johnson on the counter. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll run it with Johnson. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Second and goal from the 1.
Three down. Set. 280. Trio right. Yeah. 4 down. Tag 53.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a third and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. They come out here in the eye. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation, because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford, as the first half is winding down, and the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A good pickup there, a 22. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Underneath for Johnson. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Here's Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Gun!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it now. This is Chark-Hendrick West. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start the drive with Abdullah. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there for Detroit. 57 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw on second down. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Hey, 58 is down. 58 is down. Tag 26. Tag 26.
On third down, Abdullah. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down. So on fourth down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Rosen again. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Steps away to his left. It's caught. Nelson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards that time for number 14.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Rosen on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back now at Ford Field. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Play action, Rosen. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Patriot!
Off the play fake, here's Rosen, rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Leopard!
On 1st down, it's Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now it's Rosen. Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And his throw here's incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hey, check 24. Watch 59.
They go back to Abdullah on first. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Set. 280. Jumbo.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They begin the drive with Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Leopard. Over.
He's back to throw. Being chased out left. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sean Robinson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Detroit! Leopard!
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
13, 13, 13. Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. Green 39, green
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gone! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Check four! Check!
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.